Really, what do you want us to say, folks? We were here a week ago, and it's been nonstop talked about what happened. The great freak out. Nobody likes onions. The new co-host on Mondays on MLC loves to say it was the greatest minute and a half of broadcasting history. Which that's why I kept it up. I knew people would latch on to it.
Well, it's real because it was real. We don't do manufactured nonsense.
Correct.
Like whoever that guy that used to be on MLC was, which we can also get into. I saw there's some new manufactured nonsense.
Oh, there is. We'll definitely.
But yes, we're back. The peak of the mountain keeps going up. Just when you think the top has been reached, it just keeps climbing. I mean, what's above Everest at this point?
Nothing. I mean,
the old ML for your old boys. See what happens when you stay the course, folks, and you keep it real and you don't bullshit. And that's it. The cream rises.
We say nothing but the truth. I mean, we talked about it last night. People ask you questions. Just say the truth. It might hurt, but it's going to get you a lot further.
It might hurt you. It might. We've both paid the iron price along the way for being too real. When keeping it real goes wrong, as Dave Chappelle's skit used to say. But you don't have the bullshit. You're not living a lie like a lot of people. You're not. We're doing semi-characters, but it's just indulgences of ourselves, not to be fourth wall Stancil. But and you see what happens. It's not up on the Patreon yet. I just checked, but in case you're living under a rock, me and Ski Mask joined Mr. Brennan and Mr. Levy on a little under the covers 3-hour marathon Misery Loves Company.
3.5 hours.
This morning, really.
Yeah. And I think Kevin went for a drive. Haven't heard from him since.
I hope he's all right.
So, yeah.
He really seemed intent on driving after all the wine he was drinking. When
Mason
did that?
Portland's back, though. Mason of Portland, if you'd like to read it. I don't know when it started. He was so at the beginning of the episode last night before you joined.
Just leave the super. Really we'll read. Listen, let me just. Sorry, ground
rules. I like this. I like this already.
Ground rules for super chats. This is a real show.
Do not interrupt flow of conversation. For the
we will. Chats. If you super chat something, we will always read it at some point. Don't worry, but we're not gonna interrupt the whole show to read a super chat like other shows.
And
you. We'll and if for regular comments, we'll throw some of those up there too. Don't worry, but that's the rule. So don't feel if you give us a little bit of money, which you don't have to, but we needed. Both of our accounts are overdrawn. Mine more than his because he still owes me money, but we can get into that too. But yes, those are the rules. So thank you in advance, and God bless America. And yes, why did Kevin want to go for a drive so badly? I came in like an hour into the show.
So at the beginning of the show, his face was really red, and I don't know, for some reason, right when you joined, his face got unred, and he stopped drinking as much. But right before you got on, he goes, "You know what? You know what's fun about drinking is you really want to go for a drive."
100%.
And he kept saying that, and we're like, "There's nothing more American than hopping behind the wheel and going on a fucking little drive."
How long have we been saying it? Once again, we literally have T-shirts up on the site for over a year of us saying that because we know what's good. Mr. Brennan knows what's good, and great minds, folks. But yeah, I hope he's all right. He said he wanted to go for a drive. He was clearly having a few drinks last night. You could tell by his purple mouth.
I don't know what it is. He slowed down his drinking when you hopped on the show. He really wanted to attack you. I know he did because he told me that. And but every time he tried to get one over on you, you shut him down. And he was drunk, so he's like, I don't know what to say. And he was trying to. You heard him getting heated up about the Gino stuff, and you were just like, "Yeah, Gino's. I have no problem with him." He was just like,
Yeah, it goes back to my opening salvo. I've never bullshitted. I've always said Gino's always been good to me. Brennan, Mr. Kevin is obviously a legend, and he's been good along the way. That's all. What did I say? What have I been saying? We've both been saying picking a team is gay.
It's gay. It's
picking
stupid.
a team is for piazzas. Gino, I like doing Gino's show. I don't always agree with everything he says. I love MLC, and every couple years I get invited on and we have fun. I don't always agree with everything that goes on at MLC, which we talked a little about last night. Right. We talk about more today. some other a lot of
Yeah, I
MLC.
did.
A lot to get to today.
By the way,
but yeah, that's what happened. By the way,
just to say the truth, because we haven't really talked, I did fill him in a little bit about your concerns over MLC, just so that I knew that he would book you around that time. So I let him know those concerns that you texted me about.
okay, as long as he's aware of my.
Because I knew that if I text him that he would send you the link. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we had fun. I thought
I had a blast.
I thought it was a good show. I think Kevin and Levy had fun.
Still had it a little bit.
It's not on the Patreon yet, so we'll see what the
I think
hundreds of.
Adam must be busy.
I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe wrapped his car around a tree. I hope not. Maybe. Oh, I hope he got a DUI. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, that would. Yeah, he kind of sounded like he wanted to. He's like, you know what? I kind of want a record. Yeah.
Well, we were showing off. We were flexing our DUIs. I think he wanted to join.
Okay.
Mason in Portland, $5. Starting to like you guys. Love y'all on MLC. Stancil, you ever try to sneak into WWE headquarters?
That's a great question.
Never had to sneak, but I have been in there multiple times. Here's a fun fact about old Stancil, and I'll try to find it at some point. I was actually, this is a fact, I was in the intro to the old Raw, technically. It was the old Raw intro. The part where they showed the cop lights and people running at the fence, I was in that group. My friend, growing up, one of my best friends, still a good friend, literally lived in the house next door to the WWE, literally the house next door to the WWE headquarters. So WWE, being good neighbors, would always invite the neighborhood for different stuff. So I was in the intro to Raw. I was at a match they had on the roof of the headquarters back in the day. And I think they brought us. I also went on a tour of the building another time. So I've been in that building multiple times. I still drive by it almost daily. I see Vince every couple weeks in his.
What does he drive again? I love it.
Black Bentley, all black Bentley, tinted out, and he always wears all black and a black Kangol. He's the man. The
so
best,
you see him just driving down the interstate, the I-95.
Yeah, well, I see him pulling out of the back because there's a little cut through I take, and that's where the employee and whatever entrance is. So that's where everybody comes in or now.
I mean,
he drives exactly how you would think he drives.
Just all over the place.
Well,
yeah, he's a fucking
somebody
maniac.
said it on another podcast that you basically and it made a lot of sense. Your on-air personality is kind of Vince McMahon a little bit sometimes, and I was like, damn, like it kind of is. So you really like this Vince. It's not just the memes. Like you grew up watching that shit.
Well, actually, I think. And let me show you. Watch this, folks. This is how you fucking be a professional broadcaster and plug stuff. I think that was brought up. Shut the fuck. I think that was brought up on Ray DeVito's Rock Bottom podcast.
Oh, it was. Yes.
That I was on the Shuley Network. I believe that was Thursday with Ray
forgot
DeVito.
I had to milk myself through that.
Ray DeVito brought that up, and as I told him, which is important to know, and I said it before. Don't get it twisted. I like these people because I'm like this. I'm not like this because I like these people. You understand? Same for Brennan and Vince. Vince maybe a little more because I grew up watching him, but you could say that for a million people.
Maybe you should try out for the WWE. Like, you haven't thought about that? I mean,
he's too short, I think.
Yeah, how tall?
He's 5'5.5".
5'5.5". We'll say 5'6".
Yeah,
you're taller than.
By the way, we should say. By the way, we should.
I want to get it. I want to get this out there, folks. I know we.
I was going to mention.
We teased a guest
right
on Thursday's show. We teased a guest last night. He had a last-minute emergency. He will be coming on in the future. So I let him. He's got to go take care of his own stuff. No problem.
Great Paul fans. It wasn't a cold cancel. He let us know the man's got a family, folks.
Correct.
So no hard feelings with your fans, and he.
So we got this absolute clown shoe who was just sitting around doing a whole bunch of nothing.
Piece of shit. We may have some other. We may have some other guests coming in and out. We'll see what happens.
I'm looking forward to that too. So what happened yesterday? I want to get into this before we talk more MLC. So you took Mom. Her name came up a lot last night on the MLC stream. They want her back on. How's she doing? And you took her to the zoo yesterday.
Yeah, I took her to the zoo, and basically we got there, and it took about an hour to find a parking spot. And I was just
Stancil, your thoughts on going somewhere on Memorial Day weekend?
Well, Absolutely. For starters, going anywhere public is a terrible. I mean, can I even get started? We got time. We got nowhere to go. What is the point? You have every other weekend? It's just a name of a weekend. Any holiday. I'm not talking about any holiday is just a name. And for some reason, people feel they have to go out more just because it's a name of a holiday. So, and especially your poor freaking mother dragging her. And why
she wanted
the
to go.
zoo? Why the zoo?
She wanted to go. She wanted to go.
Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah, it was her decision.
All right. Well, all right. I'll allow this, but just in general.
Listen,
terrible.
I told her, like, we're sipping Twisted Tea on the way. And I was like, all right, listen, I got 3 teas in here, and we're gonna cash out on these bad boys before
Now,
we go.
Ski said she could only say 3 words. Is it Twisted Tea, please?
Yeah. Oh, well, that'd be 4, but yeah. Oh wait,
That's
no, it's
3. You fucking
Anyway.
idiot.
Yeah,
He's an English major. Don't challenge him on that, Cabana.
Oh yeah, I was pretty good in English, but anyways,
Was.
yeah, it was. Not right now, man. I'm tired. I mean, I took her to the zoo, and basically, it was like ridiculous trying to find a spot. So I saw this one car. They had their
Now the zoo, that's Wingstop.
Yeah, downtown Houston. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I'm rolling my mom in a wheelchair, and I hear them talking about they got some electric chairs. So I look, and it's like $45. And of
Electric
course,
chairs. Is she that bad of a person?
I mean, they're electric.
Get it? Like electric chair, like killer, like death row. Yeah.
I know. I thought the same thing whenever he called.
Yeah,
me
I
and
think they're
said that.
called power chairs, not
Yeah,
electric.
power
Electric
motor
chairs
scooters or
is
something like
assumed
scooters.
should be electrocuted.
I mean, they're electric in their chairs, and they got wheels on them. Anyways, yeah, man. Well, no,
spinners.
so I got her one, and then they brought me out one, and we're rolling around everywhere, and she can only really use her left arm, and basically it was just going across, and basically she ran over a pretty hefty black woman.
African American.
Yeah, African American.
No, all right.
So she,
slow down.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. We have to
slow.
This is the whole point I had you on.
This is a 3-hour
today.
show. This is a 3-hour show.
This is amazing. He
Slow
told
down.
me this. He told me this, and when he tells me stories, like I
So
know,
she was operating it herself.
Yeah, she was operating, doing fine. But the thing is, we stopped, and they had a St. Arnold's, which is a Houston brewery downtown. They had a St. Arnold's beer stop, and we stopped.
like a beer garden.
Yeah. I bought 2 beers, and then I realized she could only, control the chair with her one arm, so she couldn't carry the beer in the other one. So I'm holding both of them. And I was like,
beautiful.
let's go find a shaded area, by an exhibit. And we got down by the rhinos. I got down there, and the beers are both in my arm. We're already hammered.
Of course, priorities.
Yeah.
How many rhinos outside the enclosure? Of course.
There was just one rhino sleeping, and there was 2 rhinos outside the enclosure that were trying to take care of their kids. And pretty much, I pull up, and she just rear-ended me.
Outside the enclosure, like
We're
walking around the
big,
zoo.
Hefty ladies, the rhinos.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need more coffee. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. So you're prioritizing beer over your mother. Go ahead.
Well, no. She wanted a beer. Hold on, I gotta pull up my phone. But yeah, it was $25 for 2 beers, and pretty much I pulled up.
So she rear-ended you in the cart first. You spilled the beer, and then she ran over an ethnic group and it hit a lady, right?
Yeah. And
now what happened? A guy showed up, and he wanted some money. He started talking about a hip injury.
It was her husband, and he started talking about her having a knee injury.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I still want to. This is great.
I told
you.
So
she was. So she like hit forward and couldn't stop. Like she was just running riot.
She could only use one of her arms.
Or did she do it on purpose? That's what I'm getting at. Was this a hate crime? Was this a hate crime?
My mom is the least racist person on the planet.
I heard a lady start screaming, and I was in front of her, and I turned around, and she was on the ground, and her husband started talking about a previous knee injury. So I get off my car.
Wait. The lady's on the ground. Where did the husband come from? Were they holding hands?
Dude, they were all over the place, man. I'm telling you, it was the biggest exhibit you could see. But yeah, he pretty much.
I am watching Chimps on Netflix, so I might have some insight here.
Well, dude,
By the way, overrated. Chimps, Netflix, everybody's sucking its cock.
I haven't seen it yet.
The footage is great. It is extreme. It could have been 2 episodes. They stretched it out. It would try to make all these like stories. The footage is awesome. Watch it without the volume. It's this way slow moving, overrated, but great footage. Go on, more Chimps story.
Cabana, will you read the super chat real quick? Read the guy's name and then the super chat. Then I want to pull something up. I want to pull up his comment.
Oh, the one that's up right now, the EG7979.
Yep.
What's up? You guys are great on MLC.
Thanks, man. We're a blast. I do want to address this, Tubby. Why are you coming at me, Tubby? I thought we were friends now.
What a white trash family. I love it. Yeah, dude, it was like, hey.
I was curious about that too because I was, you had the beers, you're covered in beer after she rear ends you, and then she runs over a hefty lady, water buffalo, and
they want to get out of the way, man. I'm telling you, we saw one animal the entire fucking time we're there because they got 30 fucking kids and they're sitting by the damn exhibit. And like, if you're in a fucking chair and you're not standing up, and
they need their own exhibit, if you know what I mean.
You can't see over these fucking things, dude. Just see anything. And she wanted to go to the zoo, and I put her in a fucking chair to roll around on her fucking own. The most mobility she's had since she had a bad fucking stroke.
Trying to be a good son. You're trying to do the right thing.
Not like me. I'm a piece of shit.
I did, dude. And I got her there early, man. We were hanging out, drinking beers. I mean, that's what she wanted to do. And I turned around and just saw her cruising around in this chair, going through the woods, just having a large fucking time. Like, the first time she could just do her own fucking thing. And she did do her own thing. She fucking
She sure did.
Yeah, she accidentally went into one of the exhibits, which was outside of the exhibit. You know what I mean?
You're confusing our listeners. She ran over a black woman at the zoo. Stop.
Yeah, and it was hilarious, too. And I looked at.
I was talking to Pops earlier, and the version that you told him was that you pulled off your shoes to show the African American man that you also had scars and that she just had a stroke and she can't control herself. Correct?
No, I think he fornicated that. No. It's definitely not what I told him, but
fabricated. You mean
fabricated?
Fornicated would mean he had sex with it.
No, sorry, man. I didn't get much sleep last night. It's been a long weekend, man. Going to the zoo is a lot. I will never go again. Worst experience.
May not be allowed. So she ran over. So she accidentally. So she hit you first, and then continued on and hit the Afro-American woman.
She hit me like 20 minutes prior, and then
okay.
I thought we're in Houston. It turned into like 1 o'clock, and we looked at each other, and it was hot as hell. We're like, all right, we need to figure out how to get the hell out of here. And then we go to read the little map where it shows you where to go. We stop on our scooters, and straight in Spanish. And I'm like, I can't fuck this.
Welcome to Houston.
Yeah, I tried to translate it on my phone, and I'm like, fuck it, we're just going to go around. So basically, the lady got ran over. The whole family freaked out.
Hilarious.
And started talking about her knee injury.
I wish there was more damage, though. Like, she wasn't hurt, right?
Oh, no. And I'm in a scooter like I'm hurt, too. But obviously, I just, wanted to ride around with Mom. But I stand right up out of the chair. I'm just ready to throw hands, dude. And I basically look at Mom. I'm like, I go up there, and there's a little knob on there. You can either turn it on slow mode or fast mode. And I turned the mode all the way to fast. And I was like, all right, we got to get out of here. And
so you guys skedaddled.
Yeah. I jumped back in my chair, and we just got out of there. And like they didn't know where we were. We're right there by the exit. Got out of there. Got in the truck. Left. So what a big deal.
I do want to address this PJ $4.99. That's a great story. I love how you guys skedaddled. You guys went straight to the trucks. You got to see the animals.
Before we move on, because we will get to this super chat. Thank you, PJ, because that is on the docket. It's on the docket to be held.
It's on the ticket list, folks.
Ski Mask Court today. There's a lot of things on the docket today. So, did you exchange information with these folks?
No, they skedaddled. I mean, they're in a.
They skedaddled. Oh, you skedaddled. So you just bounced on them.
So he turned up the knob on my mom's scooter to make it go all the speed all the way up.
But were they like trying to chase you?
Out of here.
No.
Were they like yelling at you?
Did you have a pack of wild boars
coming at you?
They figured they'd come back across us, and we parked our chairs, got her in the wheelchair, got in the truck, got out of there, and we went to Twin Peaks and slammed some margaritas.
You went to Twin Peaks?
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
Big Peaks?
Does Twin Peaks hold up?
Dude, Twin Peaks food is great, and the
I'm
beer.
talking about the titties.
Oh no, there's a few meth heads there, man. It was terrible.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I'd rather look at mom than the bitches that were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
Kevin said he would rather
Dang.
bang mom than who last night? Who was it against? Keanu, right?
That's right. Yeah.
dude, how privileged would we be if Kevin pieced up mom?
I said it on the show last night. Kevin goes, I might go eat your mom's box. Or he said something like that, and I was like, I would love you to. And Bob was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, you don't think I would feel? Go, please.
Honor.
I'll book the flights.
Yeah,
Get
dude.
in. Oh my God, Kevin, be your stepdad.
Yeah.
Let's get mom patched up. Let's patch her up. Let's whatever. Let's make her bionic, and let's get Kevin on that box.
Yeah.
I mean, all she has to do is be laying down, and that's what she's doing.
I know.
right
I saw the eyes he was giving her when she was on the show. He loved her. He
was
talks
in
about.
love.
She was on for one show 2 years ago, and he still talks about her all the time. But you should see his eyes. His face gets so much redder when he talks about her.
You don't talk. You don't listen to the episodes, Cabana, but yeah, he does. It comes up a lot, that episode. Classic.
Wow. He's got the hots for mom. I mean, we should do something. We'll fly him down here to Houston, get something going on. I mean,
Maybe he can book a couple dates at the, get back out there on the road and start laying some pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be blessed. I'd at least want to watch just for a second. You know what I mean? It'd be like, it'd be an,
Truly blessed. All right, Skeet. Let's get into this. The first matter for the court.
Right. PJ 499. Let's wish the Z-Man a swift recovery from his bicycle accident. Now, Stancil, do you want to read this, or would you like me to?
Julio is in the house. We'll get to that. Producer Julio, folks.
Oh, is he? He's in person?
Here he is.
Oh, wow. Is he knocking it up with the ladies? Let me see what's going on. Let's watch this game without him noticing. Fuck, he notices.
There he is. Wow, there he is.
There
The
he
great
is.
Julio. We'll get to Julio.
Trying to find. I
Yeah.
texted you the photo, right?
Yeah, so I gave it a cursory look because I knew we were doing the show, and I figured we'll do it live because we're real ass ends, and we don't bullshit. So I figured I'll read it live with the fine folks at home. By the way, while you're pulling it up, it is important to say.
I have it up right here.
Hold on, this is important. I meant to do this at the top.
Okay.
It's Memorial Day weekend. Yes, it's a weekend to celebrate America, but lest we forget, this is not a huge. July 4th is the celebratory America holiday.
Correct.
This is remembering the people that served, and especially the ones who died. Both my grandfathers served.
Beautiful.
One was in the Coast Guard. I posted the
I saw
picture
that.
today. Bombed by Japs. He was bombed in the Pacific. My Italian grandfather was in the Army. His brother was, or my grandfather's brother, my grandmother's brother was in the Air Force and was shot down and killed in a plane. And I'm sure we all know other people. So a semi-serious thank you, and remember,
It is.
don't just get hammered all weekend.
Right.
And,
It is a serious holiday. It's not July 4th.
Yeah, it's not-
where
you
we
don't say
celebrate
happy-
independence. You
I
don't
see
say
Happy
Day.
Memorial. You don't say Happy Memorial
No.
Day. It's
You say
enjoy your weekend.
Memorial Day.
Right.
And think about why you have this day. Think about those guys. You know
The
what I
best-
mean?
About Memorial Day, honestly.
No
it's
women.
just-
No women have ever served and died. They're all gay.
I mean, that's all that matters. I don't have
What
to
happened? You getting some top? Is that what you said?
work. No, I don't have to work tomorrow because Memorial Day. So shout out to Memorial Day. I mean, thank you for what. I mean, when you don't have to go to work. And
You're
it's-
worried about your job when there's guys
Yeah.
who were on the battlefield.
All
Did
he
you try
cares
to
about
enlist in the army?
The
or
problem with this
anything?
country.
Did you try to put on a helmet with grenades?
I mean, I'm drinking
Did
Bud Light.
you? Yeah, I know you're. I know. I understand what's going on over there. You've been doing blow all weekend. Anywho, I just got word that it looks like Julio is in a gorilla enclosure, or is it in fact you, Stancil? See, it looks like he's
He
in
is.
the zoo.
He's in the green
Yeah,
room.
You had Denny's?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I think by the way,
the
yesterday
way.
was the 10th anniversary of the Denny's hardcore band. Those guys, a band went into a Denny's and said, what's the fuck up, Denny's? Like a thrash band and like a hardcore, and they started playing their fucking music. They didn't give a fuck. 10th anniversary yesterday. For you fine folks, I know Brandon and all those guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't care. I don't know anything about that.
What the fuck's up, Denny's? The people are eating their food, and this whole band, like drum kit and all, just go in there and set everything up. 10th anniversary, whatever.
Anywho,
it turned
Chad
into
Zumach, no show today, folks. What do we always say, Stancil? Are we ever wrong? He can't get enough attention. This guy.
We're so right. I almost feel bad to keep saying it because it's all I can. It's just like, what's the point? When are we wrong? Just assume we're right. So yes, PJ 499. Let's wish the Z-Man a swift recovery from his bicycle accident. Prayer hands.
You removed Cabana without properly.
I didn't do that. I think he took himself out.
Oh, okay. Well,
but anyway,
in the waiting room until we get over this, and I'll bring you in. No show today. Unfortunately, I was in a bike accident an hour ago, and I won't be able to do Kumia's Cucks today at 1:05 p.m.
What time was this posted? What time was this posted?
3 minutes ago. What time did I send it to you?
No. When did Chad post it?
What? Hold on. Let me figure that out. What time did I post it?
It doesn't say it on the post.
I was reading the screenshot I sent you.
2
hours ago, folks. 2 hours ago.
So 11:30.
Yes, it was around 11:30. I texted it to you immediately right after you texted me something else.
I did.
Unfortunately, I was in a bike accident an hour ago. Okay, let's just start there. Let's break this down a little bit. Okay? Lie. He's opening it up with a lie. No show today is the title of the post. The first sentence. Unfortunately, I was in a bike accident an hour ago. So that would be 10:30 a.m. He's riding his bike, and he was in a bike accident. And without any quotations, I won't be able to do Kumia's Cucks today at 1:05 p.m.
What a shame.
Damn.
Shall I continue to the next lie? That's the first sentence.
Hold on. Let me see. Keep going, and then we'll go it on.
I'll read the next sentence. Let's break this down a little bit. It's amazing. Sentence number 2. I am currently at the hospital getting checked out.
Wrong.
Due to this, my channel getting 3 strikes from Kevin, and my Twitter being suspended for 6 days, it's just not worth it for me. Okay, let's break this down a little bit real quick.
Oh, please.
So he says, it's just not worth it for me. He's at the hospital getting checked out at 10:30 when this was posted. The show is supposed to be at 1:05 p.m., correct? So not doing this, it's not worth him to do the show mere hours away because he was in a bicycle accident. What's going on?
What was he 6?
I'm only halfway through the paragraph that he posted.
Yeah, and yes, obviously we all know this didn't happen. We're gonna finish this post, but anybody who has half a brain knows this didn't happen. But so it's just weird his thinking though. Like, why would you even at least write it better? Like, if you're at the hospital, you're thinking about your idiotic podcast at 1:00. Like, if you're getting treated, like people are hanging on. You could have just not done it. If you were in the hospital, you could just not do it at all and then post at 3:00. Hey, sorry, I missed the show. Here's what happened. Here's the pictures.
There's no explanation needed. Just
This
tweet,
is the type of
there will
shit-
be no show at 1:05 p.m. today. Sorry, folks.
That's another great point. You could always tell the liars, the over-explaining.
Exactly. That's what this
Yeah.
is. That's why there's a paragraph.
It's the type of shit I would send my boss on Monday morning after a long weekend.
Right.
Hey,
Right. I've
done this before where I send the boss a paragraph and I'm like, fuck, I sent way too much information. Now he's going to be asking about this. You know what I mean?
Every time they just text back, okay. And then I'm like, oh, shit.
But then you got to see the guy in person. He'll be asking us, so how's the family?
No, I just
And
hope
you got to remember which lie you told.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh, the family's doing great. Oh, shit. No.
It happened to me one time. I told her my grandma was sick. And then they go, how's your grandma? And I was like, oh, it's my mom. She's fine. And they were like, oh, but you texted me it was your grandma. So it clearly caught me right there in a fucking bundle.
Mom, grandma, same thing, whatever.
Yeah, I was like, she raised me. That was my excuse. She raised me too. That was my excuse.
Yeah. I call them both mom.
By the way, Teamster Tim, just so you know, Cabana's loving this episode. Can't stop fucking texting me.
3 real quick, just to read it. Like we said at the top, we will read all. So we may not read it right away. We'll put it on the screen. 3 tracks in the snow. $2. R.I.P. Zumak. Let's go.
Wow.
EGN will knock out EGN also. EGN 7979, of course, the great 199. Thoughts and prayers to the Tampa Pig. Now, Alex Engelbert didn't get in an accident, did you? We're having fun. Calm down.
We're having fun, folks. That's just a joke. By the way, I do want to say thank you, EGN. You were on fucking fire last night and the Saturday before on the Super Chat Saturday. So keep that shit up. He was putting those one-liners in on Kevin's show last night. I was rolling. That shit was hilarious.
Yep.
Anywho, thank you, EGN.
Anywho.
We'll get to the next. It's just not worth it for me. What's not worth it for him? Because he's got to do it on the second channel? So he's already blaming Kevin for what? Getting in a bike accident?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point, is that he somehow managed to throw in there his 3 strikes and his Twitter being canceled. Like, if you were actually hurt in a hospital and
that would be the last thing on your mind.
Yeah. On the
I
list.
I would be thinking about this show.
Up there with getting in a bike. By the way, a bike accident, we've all ridden bikes growing up and went over the bars or have this. I grew up on a bike, basically. That's how we did it. And we've all gotten, we've all wiped out a ton. I've never gone to it'd have to be pretty serious to go to a hospital to get checked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And again, remember the last time
blast your knee covered in blood, like scraped up. Nobody goes to the hospital for that. So this would have to be like he thinks something is broken, right?
Yeah.
What did the fans ask last time he went to the hospital? Next time you go to the hospital, we want provided proof. A wristband. You get one every time you check in, right here. Yeah. He should have posted the picture of the wristband and been like, "Hey, I'm at the hospital. I can't do a show today." That's it. Don't explain any further.
Well, hopefully, maybe the for some reason new Monday host Melton can look into this, since he's such a good something. Which we'll get to that too. It's also on the docket.
We'll get
but
to
anyway,
that. It's on the docket, and we also doing a follow up Patreon 15 to 20. I do want to go around the horn real quick. Stancil, what is your worst bicycle accident you had? I remember mine.
Oh, mine is. I think I mentioned it in Ski Mask Collectives of days of yore. But my front tooth here is fake. Which one? This one is. There's just a little nub. Really, it's a fake tooth. I was 6 or 7, probably riding around my grandma's neighborhood with the with the kids, as you did in America. Shout out to America and children playing in the streets. And a Skippy, we called him. He's this Polish kid who could barely speak English. He was built like a string bean. And of course, why do all Europeans have the bikes with the wheels that are half an inch thick? It's always European kids. Anyway, old Skippy.
I have a bike like that.
Yeah, it's a very European thing.
I don't like
it. Skippy had that bike, and we were just riding bikes, fucking around, and we were like, battle bikes or whatever. He's trying to knock each other off. And he hit me in a way where I caught the curb, one of the big fat curves, went over the bars and toothed right into somebody's driveway. And
beautiful. So knocked it like half broken?
Yeah, it was pretty. There's just like a little, when this breaks, it's just like a little nub. I think
did the whole tooth come out? The whole tooth is fake?
No. I have a little half a tooth still.
He has the same thing. So one day we were swimming and I was like, "Hey, you should dive into the shallow end, do this head dive." Is that what happened?
Thank you.
You did the head dive and then you broke your tooth off. And we were arguing, we were like battling or some shit. And he broke half his tooth and I just started laughing. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And then I got in tons of trouble. So he has the same thing you have, Stencil. It's great.
What was yours? You said go around the horn, so.
Yes, Cabana, what is your worst bicycle injury?
Bicycle, I mean,
you had motorcycle, of course, but.
Yeah, 2 metal ankles now, Jesus Christ. But no, bicycle I got one on Christmas Day, dude. And it was under the Christmas tree. I was just ready to ride this thing. And I start riding down the road. And all of a sudden I turn around. I'm looking at something, or I'm looking at you or Mom or somebody, but I just smoked the back of a car.
Oof, I remember that. Was it on our street in Cimarron Trail?
Yeah. It was right on the right.
Oh, you smoked that white car. I remember. Okay, I remember now.
No, it was a car down there, dude. But nobody saw it, and I put a huge dent in the car, and
Nice.
I was bleeding all over the place, and I just brand new bike just scratched it all up, and it was pretty
My
shit.
worst one is it's so stupid how I thought this way, but I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I noticed that if you put your front foot between the front tire and the what I guess they call it the garter that guards the tire, it would stop the tire. So I was like, maybe if I do it hard enough, I could front flip. So I just choked it in there like going really fast, and my whole I flipped and landed right on my fucking back. I didn't do the full flip.
I
And
mean,
I was like, yeah, I'll never try. It was like that time when I was like, when I was learning how to play baseball, and they tell you to choke up on the bat. I was like, what if I choke up some more? So I went to go swing at a ball, and the bottom side of the bat just I basically almost broke a rib.
what happened with your bike when you lived in Galveston?
I didn't get injured, but that's a crazy story. I was trying to bring that up on MLC a couple weeks ago. You want me to tell it real quick? I'll tell it. It's been a
Tell
while.
it quick. Tell it quick.
All right, so there was a favorite bar that I liked to attend, and I didn't want to get a DWI. I lived right next to a Walmart in Galveston, and so
Save that for later.
Yeah, so I got it years later, and I went to Walmart. I bought a Schwinn bicycle, $120.
Nice bike. Schwinn's still around, even.
Yeah, it was on sale. We still have this bike. It's at my
I used to
dad's
be a
house.
big bike guy. I had Treks and Cannondales and GTs were the shit. Anyway, sorry.
It's dope. I'll sell you my bicycle. I think you'll like it. So yeah, I rode it to the bar. I bought the bike, and then rode to the bar. Because at the time I was under 21, so there was only one bar I could really go to in Galveston when I was living there, and I got fucking obliterated. I start riding home. I hit a curb. I bent the rim in half almost. Like it's just fucked up, and so. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, how am I going to get this bike home? I just paid all this money for it. I'm going to try to return it. So I call the cab company, and I'm like, I need a cab that can carry a bike. So they're going to send this minivan, but it's going to take 30 minutes. So I go across the street, and I'm like, there's a bar right here. Let me see if I can go in there. So I go in this bar. I order a Coors Light, I remember. And she serves me. I was like, whoa, she didn't even ID me. And I'm looking around, look to the left. Okay. Those guys are a little close to each other. I look to the right. Those guys are a little close to each other. I look across the bar. There's no women in this bar. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I took one more sip. I put down a $5, and I got out of there because it was clearly a gay bar, and I looked it up when I got home. I stumbled myself into a gay bar while waiting on the cab.
Oh, my God. Any interest? Did you get any...
I don't know because the second I found out, like, holy shit, I just stumbled in there. I was just in a bicycle rack. Huh?
You became a regular, is what I heard.
Oh, really? Did you? I got membership, full deal.
I will say you get a lot of. I do like. I haven't been in a while, but I do like gay bars because it gives you confidence.
Well, now I mean,
the gays love me.
To be honest, like at my age now, this was 10 years ago. I would be able, I could totally go to a gay bar because I could feel left alone. And gay dudes,
somebody's
gonna
have
clip.
Fun. Somebody's gonna clip fun. This whole last minute.
I don't care. I'll go to a gay bar right now. Somebody take me out for some drinks. That doesn't mean I have to put a penis. It takes a lot of work to put something inside of a butthole, folks.
Oh yeah.
All right, next sentence. We're only halfway through.
Strong. All right.
Wait, is the post still going?
Oh yeah, we're only halfway through the post.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just not worth it for me. We read that. Here we go. Next sentence. Kevin couldn't beat me on just being funny, so he had to come for my channel.
Wait, this is the same post about his bike being in a hospital? Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I mean, so obviously fake.
So after, of course, unfortunately, he was in a bike accident an hour ago. This is 10:30 in the morning.
He was in a bike accident, but also he has 3 strikes on his channel and his Twitter is down, and it's all Kevin's fault.
Right. Perfect.
I see what's going on.
So now, so he ended the last sentence with the period. So the next sentence is Kevin couldn't beat me on just being funny, so he had to come for my channel.
So I got in a bike
Twitter.
accident.
But at the same time, Kevin couldn't beat me on being funny and Twitter.
I'm sure Kevin really cares about Chad's Twitter.
I'm so glad.
Does he have him blocked on everything?
Kevin? Of course
Yeah,
he does.
like that. He
He
doesn't
doesn't
even
talk
see
to him
Chad
directly,
straight.
except the emails, because Chad will create fake emails. But everybody knows it's Chad because he writes like this, full paragraphs. He doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
All right, yeah, keep going. This is unbelievable.
I mean, he might be in the hospital. They might have given him some good meds, and he's
Well,
just
soon. We have companies to call soon. Maybe we'll save that for the Patreon.
yeah. Kevin's fans loosened the bolts on my bike, and then I wrecked, and now I'm in the hospital.
Well, Cabana, you don't know this, so Stancil, if you would like to just real quickly, tell Cabana the story about the black eye and about how Kumia sent some goons down there to beat up Chad.
Yeah, the quick story is he came on the show with a black eye. He said he was walking around at night and he got attacked by two goons that said, "This is Kumia country," and punched him in the eye. And then later he admitted that didn't happen, that he was at a bar and a guy and he got tacos or something, and that's where he got hit. And Mr. Kumia is convinced he was stealing catalytic converters and it went in his eye. I'm convinced that was a real actual bike accident, that he was just hammered.
I'm starting
I've said
to lean that way too.
Since day one, and you can look it up. I've said that. I've said it since day one. As soon as that happened, he got in a bike. He was hammered and got into a bike accident, or might have just straight up fell down and got it and tried to make another fake story, which again is why he's on the show. So anyway, please back to the.
It's either that. Let me sum this up real quick. It's either that, or I've only ever seen one black eye that bad, and it was the time Cabana punched me right in the fucking face, and I had one. It was one punch, and it looked exactly like that black eye Chad Zumok had. It was one punch straight to the dome, and I deserved it that night.
Yeah, you did, and I still want to find that picture, but
I'll try to find it. I think I deleted it though.
I deleted it too. It was pretty bad.
All right, next sentence. He is worse than Hollywood canceling people. Talking about Kevin, of course. Kevin is a bitch, and if you're a guest on his show, it's only to spite me. So if you go on Kevin's show, it's only to spite Chad, folks. You do not go on Kevin's show unless you're there to spite Chad, is what he's saying.
It's all about Chad.
I didn't read this. Again, I'm hearing this all for the first time.
We're almost done. There's a couple more sentences.
Okay, go ahead.
Just know you are also a bitch going on his show because you're not being booked for your talent you think you have. And he put talent in quotations. Thanks to everyone who has my back on this pile-on again. I appreciate it because this is just gross at this point. The end.
So that's interesting. I honestly,
T-shirt. This will be available
at
at skimaskcollective.com Tuesday morning.
Right next to the "I'm Not Eddie Baker" shirt. So that's very interesting. So when you first sent me that, and I just gave it a cursory look just to see what it's about. My first thought was, oh, what a coincidence! The day after me and Ski Mask are on MLC together for the first time, and that was. Let's just say, I'll say this as humbly as I can. I think it was a pretty decent show. Let's just say that. I think people will see once it's out. It was maybe a lot better than that.
I got a lot of feedback.
So just by chance, and then and he throws in this injury post about people going on Kevin's show, and it's the morning after. So I mean, you do the math, folks.
Feel sorry.
I'm not taking credit, but I'm taking credit.
Also do the math and go back into his Mud Shark Loves Misery shows and find the clip where he says he does not watch Kevin's show unless he's stream sniping it. Clearly, he was watching last night.
Probably hammered, too, because we went till 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 3:30. Got so mad.
3:30.
Bike and went for a ride, and it didn't turn out good.
Was it 2:30? 3:30? You might be right. I don't know.
Oh my God! That is, it's just so
amazing.
Obvious. I mean, there's really not much to say. It's just such an obvious thing. Like, and it is to the point where who it's like I almost don't even care. It's just like, okay.
Let's bring in the real question, Stancil.
What's
the over under on how long this post stays up before he deletes it?
I mean, I'm blocked. But I wonder if is it even still up? Can anybody check?
Yes, I'm looking right now at it. 2 hours ago.
It is still up. Well, he probably didn't sleep, got hammered, and He was crying and drinking
Woke up hammered.
because me and you were on the show having a great time with Levy and
Blast.
Brennan. So he's
having a ball.
So he was hammered, and then he probably didn't sleep. He's probably blasting coke and getting hammered, and he knew he was going to pass out. So he's probably passed out, covered in urine, and he's going to delete it when he wakes up. So
Right.
who's that? Fag Zumak or whoever retweeted Chad's deleted tweets. Keep an eye on that. But I don't know if there's much more to say. It's just like obviously
there's not. I mean, all
do you have any hot? I mean, there's no like hot takes. It's just
I mean,
pretty obvious.
I think we did the perfect thing was to read sentence by sentence and break it down. It was amazing, and I'm sure it'll get broken down again on tomorrow's show, which will be released Wednesday. That is, who are these podcasts?
Now, yeah, I will. I'll throw a bone to this freeloading chap, but and he also by chance has a Nobody Like Onions logo. It says Chad's talking about Melton, so he's trying to say it could be Melton too. I mean, listen, we could have been the straw. He could have seen Melton on Mondays, which is our
Mondays
next
with Melton,
which is the next subject we're going to get to. So I think it might have been. I think it was both. And he's just like, "Fuck this! I'm a loser. I'm going to Brody Stevens it."
Post is gonna be gone by 6 o'clock. I got 20 on it.
All right, 20 rubies.
Yeah, $20.
All right, I'll bet you $20, Cabana, that it's still up at 6 o'clock, but it's gone.
Wow, betting money when you owe me money. Wow.
I sent you $75. Wow.
It's Kevin, what are you talking about? You said Kevin sent you money and we split it. That doesn't count towards my debt.
I know. June 1st. Just wait till June 1st, Stancil. I keep bringing it up.
Money too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I do owe him. I owe both you guys money.
I'm gonna need that money. I'm gonna be out Colorado way.
Yeah. I guess my invite got lost in the mail. But I will send you the money when you're there. Don't worry.
Where are you going in Colorado?
All the boys are going. Chuck Mangione,
Julio
Jim Stancil,
will be there.
Julio's going, Aunt Mead's going, but I guess
my
ticket got lost. It's fine.
Cabana, I'm glad you asked. I'll be seeing the ethereal, the great, the transcending time and space band Lord Huron at Red Rock.
We saw him here in New Haven. What's the difference, Stancil? What is the difference?
Red Rock is the closest I get to church once a year. This is the third year in a row I'm seeing them at Red Rock.
Stancil texted me a couple months back and said, "Hey, I have a free ticket to go see this band.
Last summer.
His favorite band. Damn, time's flying." But anywho, what's the difference between that show and at Red Rocks?
Well, you know what? I went to Denver for a week or 2 weeks last year, and I was
stuck there for 3 days. That's where the Patreon money went.
Well, I was right next to Red Rocks, and I realized Gucci Mane was playing that night that I was off. It was last Easter, and I was going to go to Red Rocks, but I didn't go. But I've seen videos of it, and it's probably going to be a great show, and I'm probably going to be there when you're there. They're about to send me to Colorado for a while, so I'll join you guys. We'll all have a good time.
If you're there, hit me up. We'll be there Wednesday through Sunday.
Oh, so you're going to go, Cabana? Just leave me here? So you're also
Cabana, come hang out.
Yeah. No,
you can come.
Hang out with you guys. Sounds good.
You can definitely come. I'll send you the address.
Now, Cabana, we did of course, we announced it last night. I want to say it officially on the show. You were supposed to come up for the Ski Mask Palooza, but it's officially been pushed back till August 19th. That's when the Palooza will be happening. So work those days and take those days off of your job so you can come up and do some blow and get some hookers and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, I ain't going to get nothing good up there. The stuff I get here is top tier.
It is. I have not had good cocaine since I've been on the East Coast.
I've been up days straight, dude. No,
I know you do. You have zero sleep. It's amazing.
But no.
So we wanted to address PJ's comment here. PJ 499. What's your take on Mondays with Melton? Listen, I think Kevin summed it up, or you did. I didn't even think about that aspect of Kevin doing it despite Chad, because Chad does Mondays with Mazer. So of course Kevin's going to do Mondays with Melton. Just to piss him off a little bit more. Just to fucking.
What was the deal with Kevin used to have the profile picture where he had the bicycle helmet on? Like, is that just a thing up there where you ride bikes all the time? Or, well, I mean,
he rides his bike every day apparently.
But Chad's down in Florida. I mean, it's not really.
Chad doesn't wear a helmet. Doesn't wear a helmet.
That is a good point. Kevin's riding through the city. He rides across the George Washington Bridge and all over the place. He said it on the show. And Chad's in Tampa, and he's kind of I know where he lives. It's kind of in a rural area.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with him getting in accidents and Kevin's coming out scathed clean?
And
Kevin's a smart man and wears a helmet. Maybe Chad doesn't wear a helmet.
it's really not that hard. I mean, you got to try to wreck like a bicycle if you're 100% sober and you're just riding a bicycle.
Well, that's just it. He's not 100% sober. He's drinking his ass off. That's why he's not doing a show today, and he put out this excuse.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So what did so here's the thing. We're back to the subject at hand. I didn't know Kevin said that because I wasn't watching before I came on.
I thought he said it once you were on.
Maybe he did. I don't know. I know we didn't get into it. It was too much. We were having too much fun.
Yeah. We were having a blast. Sorry, folks.
But that's funnies. What, and listen, Melton by himself, I don't have any real problem with Melton. I just like having fun. I don't particularly love him. I don't particularly hate him. I don't know. I just, for me, I just don't really get it. And I don't like that excuse from Kevin that he's doing it despite Chad. It's like, okay, have him on.
No,
have him on.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. But he said it would be funny if he had, if he did a Mondays with.
But I don't really.
Melton.
Okay, so then I don't really get it. I don't mind Melton on here and there. He's good at talking, but he's not. I don't really get what he brings to the show, to be honest.
Well, I mean, who is better, Corey Adams or Melton?
I mean, they're a couple potatoes. I don't know. That's I'm gonna bash that joke into the ground. I don't care.
Dude, it was so funny last night. I hate to do a fourth wall here, but I almost said I heard the funniest joke about Corey Adams ever, and then before I could say it, you literally go, Corey Adams is a potato with a mustache.
No, I don't know. I think, and I haven't watched any Corey Adams besides MLC. I haven't watched either of them besides MLC, and I don't watch anything I don't care about. And no offense, that's just fact. There's a lot of people I haven't watched, but I have seen Mel, and I think Melton's better at talking than Corey Adams. But I don't know, what does he bring to the show? I mean, does he even care? I mean, does he even care about the MLC universe? Does he have any takes other than just sniping people? I don't really get the weekly spot. Have him here and there is fine.
They're working together. I think what's happening, Stancil, is that Melton is going to start selling merch for Mr. Brennan and Mr. Levy. So they're kind of working together on that. And I think Melton approached them with the shirt idea, and they had to have a counter offer. I want once a week. So let's do Mondays with Melton. Is what I'm gathering. That's the information I heard. That's what everybody's saying. And so shout out the fantastic.
Every Monday you're going on with this dude named Melton. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Not me. Kevin.
Oh, Kevin is. Okay. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really follow it. So,
Frank Pellegrino, $9.99. Stancil looking jacked and gay.
Yeah, you were at the
Absolutely.
gym. We're gonna go earlier.
I'll get another exclusive. I don't think it's not a secret. I saw the great Chrissy Mayer posted. I got a nice friendly text from Big Frank last night that they were at the strip club here in town.
Really?
Unfortunately, it was at the soccer ball store still. I would have loved to join. Thank you for the text, Frank. Yeah, they were at shout out Gallery in Stamford, formerly Beamers. Great club. I've heard good things. Julio's been there. We'll bring Julio in at some point, maybe on the Patreon. Or
bring him in now. Bring him in. I want to talk to him.
What's going on with Julio?
We got 7 more minutes until the Patreon.
We don't need. We can go. We can do as long as you want. I got nowhere to go. Did you bring any of these?
Yeah, we got. I mean, we're not even close to. I mean, I think there's so much to wrap up on.
Yeah, I got nothing to do today. We can go as long as you want.
Awesome. I love it. We'll
give you guys a long app. It's been a hell of a week.
It's been a hell of a while.
I'm gonna get Julio set up here.
Yeah, get Julio set up. I'll talk a little bit. So yeah, last night, I've been wanting Stancil to come on with me. Of course, I wanted it the weekend before. It didn't work out. And a hell of an episode. It's amazing to do MLC with Kevin and Levy and not one of them get angry. Kevin tried his hardest to get mad. I don't think he got mad once on that episode. He tried to break Stancil down. Stancil just went straight back at him. And then they peer pressured me into pulling off the mask. I did it, of course. That's the only show I would do it on. And everybody get to see my big, beautiful fucking chin, which I got roasted about and made Kevin some bones. So Roblox character. People are saying, I can't look at Ski Mask anymore without thinking about Minecraft. I don't know where the big jaw came from, Cabana. Do you know? Is it because I used to have the chewing thing? I don't know.
Honestly, don't know. The only thing big about you though is just your jaw.
But and my hog, you know that my hog's a little bit longer than yours. Yours is a little bit thicker. We both know this to be a fact.
I'm heavier on the girth, but you're a little bit longer, and that's cool because it goes hand in hand. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Pulling off the mask was a good idea because you're not like a true beautiful boy like me. But
I'm an original beautiful boy though.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin's beautiful boy, and I think you're almost there. You started this show with me, and then you did one episode, and I did 24 before I found this other beautiful boy here to co-host it with me.
Yeah. You doing this show, and then you moved away from me. You're like, hey, I'm going to Connecticut. Took a jumbo jet and just bounced.
You're already in Houston, so I've seen you more since I've lived up here than I would have living in Tyler. You didn't ever come visit.
Let's talk about that. Drive. Hey, dude, because, you're like, oh, you don't come visit me? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to go up there, man. But, I will.
You're looking forward to seeing the city and coming up to Atlantic City and all that stuff, too.
All right, I think I have Julio here. Julio, are you there?
Hello. Before I forget, before we introduce Julio, I just want to say, Stancil is very curious. I know we have 68 live viewers right now. If any of you viewers out there can find the part of this, whatever it is, this red bar, I don't know if it's a thing or if it's a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about Stancil, please clip it, send it to him at Stancil Jim.
Yeah, I was told by multiple random people earlier this week. I think it was after the freak out, but it might have been that red bar was actually said complimentary things about me.
Right.
I have no idea what a red bar is. I say that not mean or well, but I just don't know what a red bar is. So I honestly don't know where to find it. I don't know how to do anything. If anybody knows how to clip that or just send it to me, I'd be very interested. Thank you for the compliments, Mr. Bar, or whether is a red. I don't know, is a red bar an object?
I've seen clips. I think I don't know. But people say Red Bar was talking about you. I'm like, is it a thing? Is it a guy? I don't know. At least when I'm talking,
is it an idea?
People say Ski Mask was talking about you. People are like, okay, I know Ski Mask. At the Ski Mask host, it stands out. So I don't know. It's a little bit different. The great Julio, my fucking co-driver to Atlantic City.
That's perfect. The barcode's right over his face.
I'll get rid of it. I'm getting rid of it right now. Relax.
No, that's good. That's good.
Fine. What's up, Ski? Nothing more American than having a guest spot on Ski Mask Collective on Memorial Day weekend. Fuck good. Chad Zumach. I've been trying to follow along while I was outside.
He's in the green room.
He's a loser and a crier. Wow. And actually, there's nothing wrong with going away on government recognized holidays as opposed to what Stancil believes, because real working Americans, real jobs that work Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, whatever, 8 hours, they don't want to use all their PTO to just go away on some stupid vacation up to fucking Maine or whatever the fuck this loser does.
Oh, yeah, fuck they have Colorado. Oh my God, I'm going to Colorado with my boys.
They have an extra day on a government recognized holiday, and they're going to take advantage of it. And lots of people have kids; they can just take them out of school.
This is a terrible idea.
It's perfectly fine.
What are you talking about? Well, you got to go, but then you're gonna be. Isn't it worth one day of PTO to not deal with?
Then you're also taking out your kids out of school to fucking bullshit. No,
you don't have what kids? You don't have kids.
I'm saying in general. Does everybody else?
So you're talking about the general population. You got to start thinking about yourself, Julio.
Yeah,
I agree with Stancil on this point.
Put yourself first.
On the holiday weekends, I do not leave.
For once in your life, put yourself first. Do a little self-care. I learned that.
Stop thinking about the general population. Who gives a fuck? You got to think about you, Julio. Are you going out tomorrow?
Put yourself first.
All right, fuck up. Don't touch me.
I agree with Julio because
there you go.
To come all the way up to see Ski Mask, and honestly, I'm like, what? I'm just getting paid 8 hours a day to come up and see Ski Mask. He's not even having the palooza,
right?
Let me see.
The hell is that?
It's the lady that gave him the Blumpkin, the upper decker Blumpkin.
Yeah, and she just bought this. I'm fucked.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's fucking killing. It's killing the
you can do
audio.
that.
It's killing the audio. Stop doing that.
Oh,
Tell that
sorry.
bitch
think
to
you can
shut
do it
the
on YouTube.
fuck up. We're in the middle of a big fucking podcast here. We don't need some dumb coked out whore fucking it up with a taser. Now,
Yeah.
back to what we were talking about.
And I like it.
Yeah, so we're talking holiday weekends, people. I don't leave my house on the holidays. I just don't. It's a fucking mess. I went to the grocery store yesterday at 8 a.m. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get rid of him. That's enough. We have enough.
He got rid of himself. So yeah, she's a
Oh.
fucking dumb bimbo. Everybody
Stupid
knows it.
bitch. Look, it's still
She
perfect.
blew him while he was
Perfect.
sitting on
My
top
face
of a
is a
toilet
QR
tank.
code
It's
now.
hilarious.
Now we did talk about the. I know you're getting somewhere, Ski, but I have ADHD. We
It's
did
okay,
talk
bro.
about the Blumpkin last night. On
Yeah, but that's why I brought it up. I was doing a
Kevin,
roundabout.
sorry, that's why you're the host.
I do
You're
have
great.
to say,
I stink. You're beautiful. I'm
You're
ugly.
great. Are you kidding me? Dude, the kayak episode, phenomenal. You deserve the money now. I'm talking content.
Now you're
Yeah.
getting paid.
Right.
Now you'll finally
He's
get
getting paid the first. I set a date. That's when you get
Congrats.
paid.
Good job on getting paid.
Good. I'll be able to buy my Lord Huron merch.
Well, he needs all the help
Good.
he can get, folks.
You'll
He
have
has
the
a
money,
fake
don't
job.
worry.
He barely works. He gets basically off 4 days in a row. Fuck this guy.
Realest job in the world.
Oh,
I'm working
please.
Monday. I'm working tomorrow on Memorial Day, folks. That's how American I am. What are you doing tomorrow, you piece of shit? I bet you're not working.
Definitely
I'm
not
doing
working.
Who
I'm
Are
taking
These
advantage of the
podcast,
extra
and it'll be
Good.
aired on
Good.
Wednesday.
Enjoy your extra day where everything is overcrowded everywhere you
day.
go.
No,
I'm going to the beach too, right after I do Who Are These podcasts with Carl.
that sounds
So
fun.
someone's doing well.
All right, fine.
So why wasn't Ski invited to Colorado? Just to bring that back
we
up.
didn't really want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's right.
I'm trouble.
That's
I'm a mess. They knew. I
Well,
probably
Chuck
couldn't afford it.
Mangione going, so that's not a.
Oh,
valid
that's true,
reason.
Ski. The two of you there on a trip might be a bit much.
Who's
mean-
worse, Stancil? Ask Mead when we went up to the thing. It's who's worse. I could
Yeah,
be a good boy.
didn't Chuck drop a pizza on Mead's parents' floor of the wooden
His
floor and not
place
pick it up?
was destroyed the next day.
Poor Mead's parents.
He wrecked the 4-wheeler and bent the fucking axle on it.
And then dropped a
Oh,
pizza.
no.
And then dropped a pizza on the floor and didn't pick it up.
The
What a
place
piece
was
of shit.
trashed the next day, and it wasn't none of my doing. So I was like, I'm gonna clean up my beer cans in my area, and I'm gonna nap until you guys get this thing cleaned up. Like, why don't you help me
Bent
clean?
the
I'm like,
axle
I'm
is-
sorry, I
Oh my
didn't.
God.
I'm respectable in other people's homes. Anywho, but yes, he dropped an entire pizza, but we ate it anyways. It was fine. I
At
love
least you
Chuck.
ate it.
I hope
That's
you guys
a-
have
that
fun.
was the right
Honestly,
thing to do.
I'm just bullshit. I would have declined, to be honest. There's no way I can fucking afford to go to Colorado. Plus, I hate Colorado.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hit them. Yeah, it's not that anybody cares, but yes, 4 of us was the max. Mead has come with me to this concert before. Julio, I've indoctrinated over the last couple of years, and he showed interest. And Chuck missed the concert, when you came with me. So
Right,
And
he's
I've
kinda
traveled
he's
with
got,
Chuck.
Chuck's been kind of your travel partner going up to Maine and stuff, so you've kind of gotten used to him at this point.
He's-
So
I was
I
pl-
totally
I-
get it. That's just
I
a
have
joke.
to say, I was, and I know we talked about this after last year, but I was pleasantly surprised with Chuck's behavior on vacation.
Oh, I was gonna ask how do you do in Maine?
No, he was fine. He has his little vacation schedule, but he sticks to it.
Mm.
So we'll
I know
see,
Chuck's doing well when I don't hear from him for a while.
Yeah,
mean,
I
I'll
saw
just
him
leave it at
fishing with his sister yesterday. I
Yeah, I
messaged.
saw that too.
I actually I hit her up to tell her to ask him if it's a fucking circus. I did. That's a
Oh,
true.
nice, classic.
I
Does
told
he
you
message
he'll know.
back?
She didn't.
Oh,
I said,
okay.
ask him. Tell him it's a fucking circus. He'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Homage,
Um,
people. Got to pay the homage. That was a classic story. Yeah, can't wait to go. We gotta start doing those in-person episodes again. Maybe 2 Saturdays from now we can get it done.
Sure.
Can't do next
I
weekend,
could-
but
I
maybe
could
the
get,
one after. Well, no, the one
the,
after we're busy. So fuck.
We'll figure it out.
It's a busy summer.
We got Fens as a guest coming up. We got the fine sexy lady that was going to be on last week. She still wants on.
Now, what
So
about the ladies in
Oh,
the
it's all
bar
booked
that wanted to come on?
how's it looking there?
It's
You-
mostly empty today, but there's an event in the back
Go-
in their venue space that's completely packed with smoke shows. We just
Really?
can't show them
Really?
because.
Go ask him if they want to
Different
talk to
part.
Howard Stern and bring him in the booth.
Oh yeah, I'll let them know. Do you want to take a show
Wait,
your
can
pick.
Ski? Can you send the link on Twitter and I can give Julio the phone and he can do an ass
Oh,
cam?
I'm not doing
Yep,
that.
absolutely.
No, I'm not 100% not doing
No,
that.
you don't do
Grow
the
a
ass.
set, grow
Just
a
show us
set.
who's in. Just give us a tour.
No, it's a closed event.
Well,
You
then-
can't get in.
Yeah.
It's an event. It's in the venue space.
Send it anyway.
Oh, whatever.
You can do a tour of the bar.
tour
Oh,
of
the
the
bartenders
bar.
did actually ask me when I came in. They said,
Yeah, you mentioned that. At
they
the
wanna
beginning of the
come
show.
on.
That's what I
Oh, do
said.
they?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
going on with those? What's going on with the
they're
ass?
hanging out. It's not busy right now, so they may be able to pop in actually.
wow.
I did send the link. Yeah.
All right.
So pop in some ladies on the show. Maybe.
No, they're not ladies.
Fans. Oh, are they hogs? Warthogs?
Is there a lady over there?
And out there,
Water
there's
buffalo?
There's two alone at a table.
Really?
My kind of ladies.
Susceptible right now. They're
Yeah.
by the watering hole.
Uh oh.
Perfect for Stancil to
Yeah,
pounce on.
couple warthogs at the watering hole, ready for the lion to come take them. The big sexy lion to come.
I was gonna say hyena.
They're ready for the 8-inch pipe.
I'll be a jackal. Hyenas are a very smart animal, by the way, underrated.
But
Fed a lot of big week of crows. Actually, huge ski. You know what to do.
Give me a second. Go ahead. Continue.
You know where this is going, folks.
Oh yeah.
A huge a banner week all around. By the way, I didn't even say this. By the way, I don't like to flex too much. But am I the first person to hit the trifecta of doing the Shuley Network, Compound Media, and MLC all in 1 week?
All in 1 week.
Let me look it up. Check the records. But I hit the trifecta this week, and I keep saying I'm ready to die, and things keep happening, so I'm more ready to die. I guess.
Because I don't think Shuley was on Kumia's show before Pottstown, was he?
And again, it would have to be in the same week anyway.
Right, but he would have been on that week, and then he did MLC once he was
I may
in
be the
Pottstown.
first man in the history of the universe.
I think you're right.
To do Compound Media, MLC, and Shuley Network all in 1 week. What I've been saying for over a while, building bridges, folks. Building bridges. Anywho.
What do you want, a trophy? You want a cookie or something?
I'm just flexing on these niggas.
Okay.
It's a huge week for crows. A huge week. I've been feeding the crows, obviously, on every walk. I don't document it. I just live in the real world. And some of the crows at the park I always go to, I noticed coming around me while I was walking. They were like following me, kind of. So I think it's begun. A couple of them, they followed me, and I got within a couple feet of them. Of course, my pocket full of unsalted peanuts whenever I leave my house, wherever I go. Totally normal. What's so funny?
That's big. Nothing. I'm just realizing that you're slowly turning into Sting from WCW. And maybe you should do one of these podcasts from the rafters in white face paint with a black bat. Yeah, I think maybe we
Brandon Lee too.
I do need a black bat. I should get a black bat and walk around with it when I
you should
feed
get a pet bat. I feel like you would be good with bats.
Oh my god!
No, a bat, a baseball bat.
Sting Stancil.
Oh, I was thinking
too
a
young.
bat.
He's too young to know.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about the
You don't
wrestler
know.
guy. I know
He
you're
looks
talking
like
about the
the
wrestler.
Crow. Anyway,
He's basically the Crow.
he is the
but
Crow.
he's a wrestler version of.
I
So,
know who
yeah,
he is.
big-
I know who he is.
Yeah, so big thing. So we're getting somewhere. That's the moral of the story. The crows are coming around. I'm getting close to having my own murder. And
Well, now I don't know if I've just been oblivious of what's going on, but I've noticed this week at work, every morning when I get out of my truck, I've been hearing a lot more crows. I'm picking up on it, and I'm like, is he watching me? Is he sending his boys over here to try to pick my pockets to get his cash a little bit faster? What's going on? But I have been picking up, like, on the crows. I don't hear them where I live, but I hear them where I work.
Yeah, I've been paying attention. I've been making notes in my little book about their times and behaviors as well. Oh, it's all true. This is my life now, right, Julio?
It's literally all he has left.
Oh,
Essentially.
that's fine,
Yeah.
but he has something, and that's something
Yeah,
to hold on
yeah.
to. It's important. Now,
Everything
now,
I love everything black now. Crows, my women now.
Now you're
I-
playing
oh,
for
whoa,
Colorado. One last thing on the Crows.
Please.
You're playing for Colorado. Do you plan on searching a different breed of crow, or is there just one breed, or the West
Interesting.
Coast crows when you're
Yes.
going hiking?
They are different. They have the
Is that on your docket?
out west. There's more. It's the ravens.
They're a
It's
little
the
bit
bigger
bigger.
crow, a little different voice. So I might have to. My usual. I might have to switch it up because they're more. I can't do it right now. I need to hear them, but I will have to. Yeah, It's more of a dual vocal kind of sound than the Eastern crows is a much easier. So yes, I will be looking into the West Coast crows while I'm out there in the mountains. And
Love
speaking of black things,
that's the crow report.
I
pussy.
No, I touched mouths with an Afro-American lady this week. Things are really looking up.
Nothing
right?
wrong with
the
it.
First time that you've touched mouth with an Afro-American?
No. Remember old Ivory?
Oh, Velez. Right.
And I think I've had another one somewhere.
She was Spanish black, right?
The first lady I ever had sex with.
It's all the same to me.
Black.
Wow, congrats on touching mouths, though.
Yeah.
You're not an incel anymore.
Yeah, baby steps.
Definitely gonna. I have all my money on you. Your money too. On laying pipe before Ray DeVito does.
Oh, is there a pool going on? Is there a bet?
Well, Ray, the great Ray DeVito, of course. Well, he hasn't had sex in over a year as well.
Oh, you got to put it all on Stancil, 100%.
Wow, put it all on Stancil. You heard it here from the original Julio, not the white Julio.
No,
of course.
No offense to Ray DeVito, but he has no chance.
Oh, the greatest
going up against you.
No.
Today is Sunday. I was thinking about this Friday. Let's go around the horn because I'm ready. I'll go last. I want you guys to go first. Let's get it over with, folks. What's going on out there? Our guest should absolutely go first. Julio, this is the traffic report. What's going on? What have you seen? Is people using blinkers? Are people using brakes? Are people driving correctly out there on a holiday weekend, Julio? What have you seen out there?
What have you seen this week in traffic?
Really,
on the traffic on the way here, a lot of people downtown. Stancil wouldn't like it. I tried to cut through downtown because I didn't realize it was a Memorial Day weekend. As I was driving down the third
You didn't know the dates. You didn't look at the calendar.
I didn't even think about it. I just wanted to hang out with my friend. I was just excited about seeing Stancil. I didn't even think about it, didn't consider it.
Everybody's excited.
There was a lot of traffic downtown. A lot of dumb whites, a lot of yuppie whites hanging out. Just having drinks, day drinking during the day.
Hate speech. That's hate speech.
Oh, yeah, dude.
True though.
You're Julio.
You're fine. But a lot of people taking advantage of the weekend. Stancil wouldn't approve.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I started to get into an MLC last night, and I had to stop myself because I didn't want to, out of respect for Kevin's show.
That was funny. I could tell you were about to get ramped up.
I mean, it's terrible today. Yesterday, I was literally opened my window, openly screaming at people. I don't care anymore, just calling them mongoloids. I mean, everything I've talked about in the past, people leaving room, people letting people go when they have the right of way. Again, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. If you have a green light or you're traveling straight, you never, ever, ever stop to let someone in. That's not courtesy. That's assholism to everyone behind you. You never stop to let someone in unless you're totally stopped in traffic or at a light. So anyway, yeah, I drove 5 minutes to the gym yesterday, not even 5 minutes from my house where the gym is. And I almost killed someone or myself. It was a living hell. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I still don't get it. Do these people only go out on weekends or only it just doesn't make sense. Drop the bomb. Nuclear holocaust, please.
Leaving work Friday.
What have you seen?
Leaving work Friday. There's an on-ramp. An on-ramp, folks, is also called a feeder road. It feeds you onto the highway. Do not apply brakes on the fucking feeder ramp, you cocksuckers!
That is pretty bad.
You're getting on. I know exactly. You're getting on a highway. Why are you going slower? Why
speed up? It feeds you on to the. There's plenty of lanes out there. Get your speed. Why would you apply brakes on a feeder road? There's no one in front of you.
And that's the other thing. Follow the rules. Law and order.
Fuck.
I've been calling for law and order. If you're in a lane, pay fucking attention. Certain lanes do certain things. If you're in a turning lane, you have to turn. You don't get to do whatever you want. So when I see you in a middle lane, a straight lane, and I could just tell because I have a high IQ that you're going to try to turn, I'm not going to honk my horn. I'm just going to go right in front of you and make you hit me or make you stop. I'm going to teach you how to drive if you're too dumb to do it yourself.
Love it. That's this week's traffic report. I was pissed Friday. God damn, dude. That drive home, plus my AC wasn't working. To apply brakes on a feeder ramp. Oh, my God, dude. That was the first time I think I've ever screamed in front of my girlfriend.
Did you say a racial slur?
No, I just go. It was really loud.
Wow.
Do you yell "dumb whites" in your car?
No. I don't yell because I'm an adult and I just get over it. It's fine. I don't throw tantrums like Stancil. I will say
he's your perfect buddy to have. I mean, you got to keep this guy around all the time. He'll calm.
I am
you
the
down.
voice of reason, Ski.
Correct.
And
that's why I love
I will.
you.
I will say, Ski was a great driver all the way down to Atlantic City.
You were a great
last year.
passenger. Luckily,
Thank
we had
you
this
very much.
mongoloid in the back seat.
Yeah, right. We had this guy just freaking out. all the
Piazza
time.
talk here.
I'm just saying he didn't get upset at anything. He drove correctly. He knew when to merge, knew when to get into the fast lanes, knew when to drive around people. He did a good job, and I appreciate him driving all the way down to AC.
Now, will you be attending Ski Mask and MLC Palooza August 19th in Atlantic City?
Sure. I didn't realize it was August.
We've combined. We changed it. We
okay.
combined with Kevin's MLC Palooza.
Wow.
So your best friend.
My grandpa.
What do you call him?
What's that? Irish.
Irish Hyman Roth.
Irish Hyman Roth
from The Godfather.
Love him. Love Irish Hyman Roth.
Yeah, Kevin loves you. Did he say something about Julio last night? I forget.
Oh, did he?
No, I asked who was going on the trip, and you. Well, no, I think Kevin did, and you mentioned Julio. So
me and
he didn't say anything about him. Yeah, we know. I was expecting that to be brought up. I wasn't going to do it, but yeah, I remember that. And then I think it was like 2 MLCs ago. We'll wrap up on this, and we'll be switching straight over to patreon.com/SkiMaskMedia. We'll be doing however much time, but get there now, folks. Sign up. Somebody signed up this morning for $5, so thank you very much. Come check that out. We'll be live there. I finally figured out how to do it.
Ooh, live on Patreon.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll save it. I'll tease it. Kevin was talking about something 2 episodes ago that he didn't remember talking about. It made me kind of laugh. I thought it was funny. Julio, you got any plugs? What are you plugging? Where should people buy their sandwiches or their pizzas?
Oh boy, in Old Stamford, Connecticut, they should 100% stop by. 3rd place in Stamford, Connecticut. Great beer.
Beautiful bar.
Awesome food.
Full bar now. Full menu now.
Full menu. Girls with butts. They're here.
Girls with asses. Maybe we'll do an ass cam on the Patreon.
Perhaps ass cam on the Patreon.
Now, Julio, are you staying around for the Patreon?
I don't know. Maybe.
I just got a text message. Yeah, I want you to stay around. I just got a text message. I have something to ask you about on the Patreon, folks.
Sure.
Breaking news.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
So stay tuned for the Patreon, folks. And then besides that, just Stancil's Soccer Ball
Emporium.
store in Stamford, Connecticut.
Soccer Ball and Comedy Emporium.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Those are the 2 plugs I have.
Stancil, are you going to be doing live streams from the mountains or the Rockies? Or
I'm sure we'll do. I'm sure I'll do at least one thing, if not more. Absolutely. Sunday, especially. I'm staying in a tent in the desert. It's like a glamping thing I booked already in the middle of the Great Sand Dune National Park. So. Yeah, I have a little tent and a bed in the middle of the desert by myself after these guys go home. So that might be, and if nothing, I'm sure we'll do something with the boys from the Los Montañas. And other than that, I will be on Kumia's off this week, but I will be on In Hot Water Tuesday.
Loved hearing that news. That blew Kevin's mind that everyone else is going to work. And he was really, you could tell it hurt him a little bit. He was like, what? That was fucking fantastic last night. This Thursday, folks, 6 p.m. or immediately following MLC, catch Stevie Lou and I.
You may be on WATP, isn't that right?
I'll be on tomorrow, but the episode will be released Wednesday. So check that out. Granted, on how things go, may or may not be on MLC Wednesday. You never know until about 30 minutes beforehand. So check that shit out. Check out Stevie Lou and everything he's doing. He's been a great help to our channel. And I'm looking forward to. I guess next weekend. What do I have? Saturday, I'll be able to run SMC by myself, so you can go fucking enjoy your vacation.
We'll see. Saturday I may go on a long hike. We'll see what happens. By the way, Sean Killam. It's okay if he's new here, but all the people know this is the great and powerful Julio. He's been
important.
He's been around for years.
Oh, years. Julio Van Buren is the full name, by the way.
That's right.
I know this is poor form, but I forgot to do a little shout out to old Teamster Tim. I saw him in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still watching.
Yeah, I think that may or may not be who texted me about the story. I got to get into.
Right. then we won't get too into it then.
We'll get it on the page.
Absolutely.
All
All right.
Patreon.com/SkiMasterMedia, folks. Get there now. We'll be live in 5.
Wow.